An Austrian politician has called on Serbia to demolish a memorial to children killed in the NATO bombing campaign of the country in 1999. The official says the monument encourages anti-American and anti-NATO sentiments.
As long as Serbian and sadly even some Austria politicians from the extreme left and right endorse such hateful distortion of facts, it's clear Austria and Serbia remain the cradle of European anti-Americanism and anti-NATO sentiment. I call to remove this monument immediately.
The memorial to Serbian children killed during 3 months of the NATO bombing campaign commemorates what Belgrade calls aggression against the country in 1999. The memorial depicts a 3-year-old girl, one of the youngest victims killed during the air raids. She was one of 2,500 civilians killed during the NATO campaign, which was carried out without the approval of the UN Security Council. Today, those who survived the bombing say Serbia will never forget.
We will never forget their imperialistic aggression towards Serbia and the Serbs, and they will never succeed in trying to brainwash us so that we change our minds about them. They ask us to remove our monuments so they can hide their trace and their role in it, because they are the ones who committed the aggression.
We have probably spent too much time thinking about all sorts of bureaucrats from the EU and their messages. Those demands will not be fulfilled in Serbia. It is not going to happen.
We will not do this, and we shouldn't do it, because we don't want to destroy the collective memory we have, partly because of them in the first place. Those monuments represent symbols of resistance to those who ask us take them down, and a warning to future generations to not succumb to ultimatums.
Tell me, do they build monuments to their loved ones they lost? So what's so strange when we do the same for our loved ones who died in aggression which they led in 1999 against innocent children? It's important to remember so we all know what the NATO alliance is, and especially so something like that never happens again. I think that those who claim they are fighting for peace have actually delivered most harm across the world, and that's a fact. The death of this child, and other children, is their footprint which they left with their aggression.
They can take away their monuments of the crimes they've committed all around the world. Their monuments are the rivers of blood of innocent people, destroyed cultures, civilizations. And they ask us to give up our martyrs and heroes? We'll never do that. Serbia stood up against not the Western world, but against criminals and murderers. It was an Armageddon against Serbia. It is important for children to know what we stood up for. We did it for them. We fought for them, proudly and honorably.
Serbian people have clearly not forgotten and will keep on fighting as thousands took to the streets of Belgrade to protest Europe's plan to normalize ties with the self-proclaimed Republic of Kosovo. The proposal comes from France and Germany, who recognize Pristina's independence, while Belgrade considers it a breakaway region. While details of the plan have not been made public, it is noted includes a pledge from Serbia not to oppose Kosovo membership in international organizations such as the UN.